the greatest wrestling match ever.
Charlotte Flair!
It's basically Nitro.
King Alliance!
2K! Main event Dewdrop.
He beat Okada.
Or Dave.
Perk Angle!
So when are we starting this podcast?
2 Marks Pod.
40 minutes.
All right, we're
56
recording.
Seconds. Okay.
Oh, who the fuck is Griff Garrison? This is Griff Garrison!
Welcome to ECW.
EC Dub! EC Dub! EC Dub! EC Dub! EC Dub!
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Thought you didn't want fuck in the first minute.
Oh, God.
Then-
Dang it, bro.
Then you're like, oh, play that clip where Brody yells, who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
You know.
I can play that.
Was that the Cody thing? Don't play that. Don't play music. Don't play music.
Yeah. It's the Cody thing.
I forgot that even existed.
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
I love Uno
Uno selling that shit is incredible.
selling the papers.
Yeah.
I need to retweet this and tag Uno and tell him I appreciate him.
We do appreciate Uno.
Even though he doesn't do anything.
Oh, no, they're heels and they do heel stuff on.
They run the I'm
Rampage?
pretty sure they took over the BTE channel.
Yeah. It's being the Dark Order now. It's BTDR. That was a little while ago, but yeah.
Yep.
Let's see here. What the fuck happened?
I can't spell.
What are you looking up?
Nothing. I'm retweeting the clip that has both of the things because I love the one where Uno yells.
The little. So you want to just talk a little modern stuff real fast?
Modern stuff. Didn't we do that already? What am I supposed
No,
to do?
that was the other one.
Deonna Purrazzo. That's
Deonna
the statement.
Purrazzo. That's right. Let's see here. What happened on Dynamite this week?
I don't watch Dynamite.
Picture in picture. I don't know. I don't watch that.
Are we recording? Are we still?
Yeah,
not
we are
doing
currently
over?
actively recording.
I'm sorry. I thought we were gonna do that over, but since we're not,
This is Griff Garrison? Griff Garrison! Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
love Uno.
We're not professional enough to do it over again, bud.
Okay, well I just love Uno selling papers. I had to tweet that and tag him so that on the off chance that he actually sees that someone tagged him. Which is very slim because
I don't know. He seems like a guy who checks his mentions and stuff. I don't know. Who knows?
sometimes they do, and then sometimes Conrad helps answer questions about belts and stuff, and it's cool. And then sometimes who was the fucking I don't know. I know I fucking
Oh, Joe
popped Renee.
Samoa Joe
Young,
showed up with his new
Moxley
belt.
did.
That was the thing.
Yeah. That was a thing.
He had a promo segment, and it included Swerve Strickland and Hangman, and later
Yeah.
Hook, who is challenging Samoa Joe. Is it this Wednesday? I think it's this coming Wednesday. Yeah, as we record.
Yeah, the next one.
Hook, who is the FTW champion. Not
Is he?
recognized. He is because he beat he beat the Scapegoat for the title at the Wembley show.
Scapegoat?
Yeah, that's what his armband showed.
Oh.
Jack Perry showed up on New Japan with big old beard and looking rugged as all hell, and he had a piece of tape on his jacket that said scapegoat.
Yeah.
You literally sent that to me, by the way, and you didn't notice that?
Nope, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
No, I did. I was gonna act like I didn't know about Jack Perry. I sent you the image of
I
him in
mean, look,
Japan,
I mean,
and
you
I'm
can
like,
do
I
the
didn't
bit.
see it.
You can do the bit if you want to do the bit where, like, you're just saying you didn't see it for the podcast, but you can't then break the bit by saying, "Ah, yeah, no, I saw
No, no, I did though.
it."
I was just gonna
Let's
no
see
sell
here.
it, but
The Young Bucks and Sting. We already talked about that on the previous show. Uh, from my understanding, they were in Daly's place, and like the half the show was kind of a tribute to Brody Lee. Um,
sort
which
of like a pseudo,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And Preston Vance, who's a heel, was on the babyface team for some reason. Because it was a tribute to Brody Lee, and yada yada yada. That
I
ties
sent you
into
an
the
image
opening of
on
the
Discord,
podcast, and that's why we
but we're
said
not
fuck
gonna.
immediately. What did you send me?
Yeah, I sent you a thing, but we're not gonna mention it on air.
Okay, okay. I'm just gonna casually. Ooh. No! Oh no! We can't talk about that. I can't talk about that on the air. Why would you send me that? Where did this come from?
Reaction Twitter. Hang on.
No, 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 no. Is that actually him? That's not actually him, right? That's just someone who
I
looks like him.
think that might be him, but it's super photoshopped, obviously.
It looks good for Photoshop. Holy shit.
Hold on.
Um,
I'll send you a link of where that came from.
oh god, I don't look at
And if do I follow this guy, or was that just my for you
watch
going
it be
crazy?
somebody I have banned
That's for you. Yeah,
or
that's
blocked,
for
I
you
mean.
going crazy. It might be
I don't know. I have a couple people
because
blocked.
people don't
We
like
need to
the
get a
for
Twitter.
you. But yeah, we do
A Twitter
actually.
X.
That's a good point.
Well, it's something we should do like after we do this podcast.
Well,
Follow
mine is
us
Mike
at
Strategies.
2markspod on Twitter/X.
You shouldn't say that until you know for sure that handle's available.
Someone's already taken it.
Oh, have they?
No, I'm just bullshitting.
Oh, I wouldn't
Anyways,
surprise me somehow though.
I don't know why you had to send me the link to it. Anyway, we're watching
Just so you
ECW
know,
Hardcore TV today.
nothing more hardcore than what I sent you.
Then holy shit, dude. You know, because we're not talking about it, people are gonna think it's something even something else.
Even worse. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not.
That's part of the fun.
That is part of the fun. Is this good
It's
content? I don't. This is either terrible content or great content, and I really can't tell.
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Because some of my favorite moments of other podcasts are when they go off of the topic and
Yeah, we're off the
it
rails
just feels
really
like we're
fucking hard.
chilling with the
Holy
buds.
shit.
So,
All right, are you ready for this fucking podcast now?
I mean, I already popped the top where I would steal the Bruce Pritchard gimmick, but I already did that. So
Yeah,
yes,
and
I'm
I don't
ready.
have a pop top. I have a hopefully this doesn't. I got the plastic from Taco Bell. I got that Baja ha 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 blast, brother.
Oh, brother, we better hurry up and get through this episode then,
Why is that?
because you're gonna be indisposed later.
Oh, from
You
the
have
Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
All right, so we're watching
Not
ECW,
sponsored.
ECW Hardcore TV on Peacock app. We're season 1, episode 2. It is April
The
13th,
Peacock.
1930 or 1939. Almost said Jesus Christ. The episode is from April 13th, 1993. The description reads: The Sandman defends the ECW title against the Kodiak Bear. You know, I know that this is just an indie guy named Kodiak Bear, but in my heart, This is some Tracy Smothers wrestling a real life bear shit.
I mean,
Can you imagine Sandman just taking a fucking? I almost said that he's taking a cane to a bear, but like, before I even
God,
got it
it's
out, I'm
not
like, oh god, that no, I don't want to see that.
not that surfer. Yeah,
I was like,
it's not that Sandman either.
yeah, no, it's surfer. So not a cane, he's got a surfboard,
He's just
and it's
beating
just
the crap.
unwieldy, and he's
Go
trying to
away,
attack the
bear!
bear with it, but it's so unwieldy that he can't, and then he just gets mauled.
Have you seen that clip that I just referenced of the lady yelling at the bear
No,
that's eating her kayak? Okay, well, people may get it. I don't know. Yeah, that's what came to my brain was the lady in California where the bear's eating her kayak in her backyard, and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Go away, bear! No, don't eat my kayak." That's what came to my brain. Let's watch ECW. Good sir.
Okay, good sir. The show is
When did he show up?
TVMA. I guess I should mention that if you have children in the audience. But I don't think that the show has gotten that brutal yet. So go ahead and try and. All right, we are. I will go ahead and reread the open real fast here. It is ECW Hardcore TV on the Peacock app, Season 1, Episode 2, April 13th, 1993. The Sandman defends the ECW title against the Kodiak Bear, and I am all zeroed out. Are you ready to go?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to do a countdown. It's going to be something like 3, 2, 1, play. And on play, we're all going to hit play at that exact moment. Quack. And here comes the countdown. We're doing a 3, 2, 1, play.
What is this? What in the...
Because we have Terry Funk, brother, we got to do the Wild West song.
I should probably mute that because it's ECW. It's probably licensed music or something.
Nah, it would have been edited out on the network.
I know, but for the bit. Oh, Jimmy something who flies, and it's super. Who are these guys? Jay Sully and Steve
I don't know. I
Wonderful.
can't hear him for shit, though.
I know.
That's right, and it's wonderful to be here tonight on Sports Outdoor. And right now, I would like to
Go ahead and cut the track. This sounds like shit.
He looks like he slapped his thigh.
Oh yeah. This guy definitely slaps his thigh. That is some crazy hair. And then hot stuff Eddie Gilbert here. Maybe we can hear his promo possibly.
Probably not, though.
I'm the official guest commentator I am, right?
This dude's talking with no mic now.
ECW. The king of the death
Very
match.
cool.
Terry Funk, your mother's a whore.
Wait a minute. Isn't Cactus Jack the king of the death match? I just listened to a Foley's Pod episode.
Terry Funk is the king of the Texas death match.
Ah, okay.
Thanks for joining us again. I had me a little bit worried.
When does the Terry Funk Cactus Jack death match happen? Has that happened by now?
In Japan around this time probably. The answer is I don't know.
I'm gonna try to find out. IWA.
If I want to talk, I'll go ahead and talk.
Go ahead and mute this.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
Yeah, I mean the quality on the first one was way better than this. That's crazy.
Because didn't they famously have a really crappy explosion too? Just like another promotion that did
I
it more
don't
recently.
think so. I don't know if ECW did an exploding death match.
No, not ECW. I was talking about AEW's thing.
Yeah, but you were saying you were comparing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think ECW did one.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about IWA Japan, and then I
Uh,
was comparing it to
did
AEW.
IWA do it or was it FMW?
No. IWA was the one that was on the pod that I just listened to that Cactus was talking about. But FMW did some too that were Cactus was saying was a lot better explosives or something.
Well, I think they just did a lot more. So they had some that were a lot better and some that weren't. I saw
Something like
one
that.
that had oh, god damn it, I'm gonna get crucified for
It's
this.
looking like it was 1995 when the one that I'm specifically talking about happened. So
What's
it hasn't
the
happened yet.
what's the FMW big deathmatch guy?
Um,
Fucking he showed up on Dynamite one time. I knew him before that though. Um shit. Anyway, I saw a death match one
Onita,
time. Onita, yeah, Onita.
is
I
that
saw a
who you're
death
thinking
match
of?
or a clip of one where they did it in like a fucking tiny warehouse, where like there was like enough room for like the ring and like 40 people maybe. Oh yeah, so check this guy out, Glenn Osborne.
I was gonna say, is this Warhorse's dad?
Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, he
It's
looks
like it
good. He just
pretty
looks like
much.
super young in the face.
Yeah. I'm over here talking about anything but ECW.
I know. Anyway,
Let's
so the
go.
exploding deathmatch they did in this tiny little warehouse, and the pyrotechnics go wrong, and then the whole place gets smoked out, where everything has to end, and like everybody gets like evacuated from the building because like the place gets like completely engulfed in smoke. Let's see if we can hear any of the commentary.
All right, we will try again.
Very, very close stature-wise. If they'll ever go ahead and tie up, we'll find out what happens. Experience-wise, I think Johnny Hotbody's got a few more years of ring experience than Glenn Osborne, but Glenn Osborne makes up for it in tenacity and desire in that ring. Hotbody knows what he's doing in that ring, and I think that Glenn Osborne knows what he's doing too. Once again, the winner looking to advance to the second round of the TV title tournament here. This is a very important match to have an opportunity to go for a World's Championship, and especially the ECW Championship. Shoots him off for a tackle. Nice strong tackle there. Drop down by Hotbody. Quick spin, leapfrog. Hotbody, nice move by Osborne. Johnny Hotbody outside the ring. He's got a 10 count to get back in. Joe's the mole up. Glenn Osborne over to break the count. I don't think Glenn Osborne, although it would count as a victory here in this TV tournament if Johnny Hotbody was counted out. I think Glenn Osborne wants to get that victory right in the middle of the ring, Stevie. Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Glenn Osborne wants to get his victory right in the middle of the ring. I can talk now that I've scarfed down my Taco Bell burrito. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I'm just like, hey, track this so I can eat my
Uh,
fucking burrito real fast.
as you do, you know.
As you do. No, yeah.
So tournament match for TV title.
I think I mentioned before that I have watched the first few episodes here of ECW. So I see this Glenn Osborne guy. He shows up a few different times. I want to say that they change his name at some point because he's like something Metalhead or something, and they're like, oh, he's the blah 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 Metalhead, Glenn Osborne, and then like later on, he's just the blah 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 Metalhead, something like that.
The Madman from the Badlands is a nickname listed on his cage match.
Oh, maybe I'm just full of shit. Maybe I'm just making stuff up.
I don't
It looks
see
like
any
he might have a
metalhead
hole in
names
his tights on
right.
his asshole though.
Oh, that's fun.
And Johnny Hotbody, he's another one that will show up several times. This is the tournament match, though, right?
Yes, for the television title round match.
All right. What is Is there a review to read on cage match or anything?
Oh, do you want comments of like people who left comments about this episode?
Oh yes, I do. That sounds like a really good time, as long as they're not
Oh boy,
horribly defaming or anything.
oh buddy. Well,
I didn't know
one
that
that's
was
really
even an
long.
option. But now that I
Yeah, that's the
do,
thing.
this has to become a staple.
I don't know about that because it
Long
depends on the
time two
show.
marks pod staple. Um, cage match comments by Mark number
So,
2.
so someone left a review of 3.0 and said just watched on the WWE network. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
They didn't say remember that. I did. The ECW title match was nothing special. Nice to see Terry Funk interviewing the newer wrestlers. That's what they said. Yep.
You find any? And that's the only comment for this episode.
There's another one that's putting over their own watch along, so I'm not reading that shit.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. Who'd they ever
Who'd
beat?
they ever beat? Not Johnny Hotbody or Glenn Osborne, that's for sure.
That's
As
yeah, not
Johnny
Terry
dumps
Funk.
fucking Glenn Osborne's ass out to the ring, and then he fucking spits out at the fucking crowd, dude.
Yeah.
Tony Hakalugi on little
Splatford.
Johnny. Now we're gonna get a
There's
big
another
ol'
3.0.
heckin' suplex on the outside.
Another 3.0
Boom.
that says another week of nothing really good besides Terry Funk.
That's about right.
So Terry Funk is over, brother. It looks like their apron, they just have like a blue apron and it literally looks like someone duct taped EC and W onto the side.
I
of it.
actually think that's exactly what they did. I want to say I've heard
that's
that.
sad. It's true.
No, I didn't. Maybe
I can't really tell.
it's hard to
That's
tell.
just what it looks like. The quality is also really bad, even on the Peacock. This is clearly not a master tape, but I think we had a warning about that in the last episode too. That the footage is kind of
Big sleeper hold here. Is this the finish? Or are we just slowing it down, brother?
This might be the finish.
No,
Looks like he's
big
trying to
baby
mount
face
the comeback.
power on. I do think we're gonna get a big comeback here. Maybe he's still beating on the mat like a baby face, like a good, not white meat baby face, because he's kind of got that metalhead goth thing going on here.
Oh, we get to see the legend Larry Winters again in this episode
Oh
too.
hell yeah! Oh, we got a
Oh, God.
a ref bump here.
Hell of a bump.
Yeah, it
Hell of a
was.
bump by that ref.
He better get a nice little. He better get an extra
Juicy.
handshake. Is all I'm saying. Fucking.
Maybe a hot dog or two.
Ugh.
Pile driver while
Big
the referee's
stuffed him
down.
with
Let's
that pile
go.
driver. Yep. With that Chavo Guerrero taunt.
Hot dog. Yeah. Grandstanding and hot dogging.
How do you begin to grandstand and hot dog as an indie wrestler when you only have a single hot dog and a single handshake? You know, how can you do a full hot dog and I feel like that implies multiple hot dogs, and there's no way you have more than one. Unless you're that referee who he got an extra. Well, he got that extra handshake. They couldn't afford an extra hot dog. Who's this?
Who's this?
Did they say?
I was gonna say. I missed it. I don't know. Glenn Osborne.
Let me try to get an interview with that boy. He ought to be proud of himself for sure. Unbelievable, Stevie Wonderful. Glenn Osborne.
So did they have to do a ref down so that they could do a pile driver?
Help from Tom Cairo.
Next round of the
That's what they just said.
Is that the
Do
guy?
what now?
Was that the guy from last week? I want to say.
I think we seen him last week.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it was like
pretty
the
sure,
Jack dude from last week.
And now Terry Funk is going to interview Warhorse.
Moved on to the second round. You have an opportunity to
If Warhorse finds this podcast, he's going to be pissed.
continue to be the new ECW champion. What do you think about that? I think that belt is going right where it belongs, around my waist. Johnny Hotbody was the first victim, and now they're all gonna go down just like he did.
This
Or
dude
maybe he'll
looks
be
like
pissed with him.
he's like 14 in the face, wearing face paint.
He kind of does, though.
And then he's like jacked because he's like probably on the gas. And then he's
coming up
doing
next,
big
Larry
man.
Winters.
He's doing big man wrestler voice into his promo. Well, I'm gonna fucking win the
You know,
championship.
got to. Let me tell you something, mean Terry Funk Gene.
Let me tell you something, Brooke.
Yeah. So Larry Winters and Tony Stetson versus Chris Michaels and Samoan Warrior. That's what it says on the thing that I pulled up, the card. Samoan Warrior.
You think he's part of the bloodline?
Probably.
I'm gonna be watching him this whole match.
Let's see.
And if he throws up,
AKA Lloyd NOI, so yes.
holy shit!
If he throws up a 1, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking
No, I just
flip.
clicked on his name. And it sent me, and it said alter egos, and there was a couple NOI names. So he's definitely part of. He's trained by Alpha and Sika, so yeah, there you go.
He's at least probably related.
Somehow.
Oh,
And,
just knee him in
by
the.
George, Larry Winters is in this match too.
Yeah, but he's on the apron. We gotta set up the crowd for a big hot tag for Larry Winters to come in and like hit his finish on everybody.
Heck yeah. So we're gonna get to see more Glenn Osborne since he advanced in the tournament.
Yeah, no, like I was saying, I'm
That'll
pretty
be
sure he
fun.
shows up at least for a few weeks. I do remember him sticking out to me and me actually looking into what he did after this. I couldn't tell you what that thing was though, just because
I was gonna ask. Never mind.
I did look it up though. I remember like this would have been several years ago when I thought I'm gonna do an ECW watch through, and then I got like a couple episodes in, and then life moved on. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm typing Glenn Osborne wrestler on my phone here, and let's see here.
So New Japan is apparently doing a show in Chicago. People probably already knew that follow New Japan better than I do, but apparently they're advertising Naito versus Moxley for Chicago, so that's cool. And tag team match is tag teaming.
Yeah, homie was an independent wrestling lifer from the looks of it.
I mean, you know, some people can go the indie route the whole way and make a pretty good living. I mean,
I mean, I don't know what kind of leaving he
Old
made, but
old Matt Cardona
Matt
has
Cardona, yeah.
certainly done well since he's went back on the Indies, but I guess that's a bad example because he did come from the machine. But arguably bigger following, which is saying something because he had a huge following when he was the other guy, Zack Ryder. But arguably Matt Cardona has like
Unfor-
more people paying attention to him.
Unfortunately, Zack Ryder is no longer with us. No,
Yeah, well, you know,
I think he's he's off on that
did he go to the orphanage in
great big
Mexico with
orphanage in
the
the sky,
LGBT?
with El Generico and Trinity.
Oh, you think Trinity's going to the orphanage, huh?
Yeah,
It seems that way.
yeah, for sure. Especially as she
I've heard
loses the
I've heard
title.
rumblings about that. Hey, if you will. If you will.
Rumblings.
Yep, rumblings.
Okay.
You know.
We've done 2 or 3 runs into the turnbuckle here. Big bump off the
Well, you
fucking
know.
corner post there. Holy shit. What was he? Lord Samoan? Samoan Lord? What was his?
Samoan Warrior, I'm pretty
Samoan
sure.
Warrior. Is that like the
Samoan
Dingo Warrior?
Boy, I hope not. So what's the over under on these 4 men in this tag team match on
Well,
cheating on their wives?
well, we know Larry Winters. He goes on to main event WrestleMania, and that leads you to sleeping with a lot of people that aren't your wife.
Oh my God, Larry Winters and Tony Stetson just picked up the
Oh
win. It's like,
yeah, and then they're gonna go pick up some rats and cheat on their wives.
you know, I bet he had tons of rats waiting on him.
Oh my god,
Old
so
Larry
many.
Winters.
See that mullet?
I'm sure
Mullet?
Terry Funker is gonna
He
talk.
shook
I want to say
Terry
those
Funk's
guys
hand.
worked
You
well
think he's
as a
not
team,
getting
and
mad,
be very
pussy?
proud of yourself because
Fair enough.
That's what Terry Funk's
I've
saying
never
right
shook
now. He's
Terry
like,
Funk's
"You're gonna
hand.
go and you're gonna
Yep.
sleep with so many rats. All right, and you're gonna
All
you're gonna cheat on your
right.
wife so many times. Now tell me, how does that make you feel, Larry Winters?"
Well, I tell you, Mr. Funk. Oh, who's this guy? He's got a belt. He's just shoved him out of the way.
like this for, huh? Wait a minute.
I think he's the manager for the Super Destroyers.
Let me tell you something.
That
Bart
sounds right.
Simpson and Hope Simpson's old man. Guys, wait a minute. You take You're taking my
Larry Winters is saying right here. He says, "If you think you're gonna come between me and my rats, oh, here comes the Super Destroyers." They are fighting through, well, sort of safely through the crowd, ever so casually. Terry
Camera's
Funk
not
has the manager by the ear.
camera's not getting the greatest shot of it.
The fans are
Coming up
acting like
next,
they're gonna get in on it. And now the Sandman.
here comes the Sandman. Bring me a dream.
Time for our big main event. I think this evening we've got the
Big main event.
heavyweight
What?
champion, the Sandman, coming out for action this evening.
20
Gary, what do
minutes
you have to
into a
say about
40-minute.
The
Hey,
Sandman
I've
this
got a
evening. This evening we have the Sandman.
wonderful show. I think you
Do we
people
have
are
the
going to get to
Sandman?
look at
This
one of
evening.
the great athletes in the world.
God, I don't know. I'm Terry Funk, and I say we probably have the Sandman.
I heard his wife is a whore, but not as much of a whore as Sandman, who sleeps with so many people who aren't his wife.
For shoot?
I don't know. I don't know.
You saying the Sandman gets around? Is that what you're saying? I
I'm
mean, look at him
saying
here. What a
that
different Sandman, man. Look at
it's
him.
crazy.
He probably could have if he wanted to. We'll put it that
I
way.
don't know. He's got, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean,
like looking at his
Are you
face
are you
here
hog
compared to
watching or?
like no. Like he just looks so young compared to what I know. Like
No, yeah, we
tatted up,
know.
barbed wire. Yeah,
Yeah, does he have his face tattooed on his underarm yet? Probably not.
I don't. I can't tell.
Cause yeah, you're
But
right.
no, I'm not like
I don't think he has any
I'm
of his
not
like
hog
classic
watching the
tattoos.
Sandman.
I mean, if
But
you
now that
were,
you
I
say
wouldn't
that,
judge you.
he's in this freaking like skin tight wetsuit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if he wanted to, he could slide a sausage in there and just like get all of the women who aren't his wife.
Is that what Terry Funk's telling him right now?
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
he said
you
if
could
you
just
slide a summer sausage in there, you'll get all the
no
rats.
one would know. I thought
No
that
one
other
would
guy
know.
was gonna get him,
I thought you were
but
just
you
happy to
definitely
see me, Sandman.
chew it and do it, Surfer Sandman.
Not sponsored.
No, unfortunately, no. We're not popular enough for that yet. Um, Kodiak Bear,
Oh
who is not a
yeah.
bear,
Damn, I was
it is a
really
man.
hoping it was a real bear.
It
Maybe
is
he
a
is
man.
maybe he's a different kind of bear. You don't know.
Well,
Respectfully.
now we're really. I. All right.
So we got the Sandman here in green and purple fucking skin tight leotard, where his junk is just kind of there. Hopefully he wrestles in the sunglasses.
Oh,
No,
that'd be so awesome.
no knee pads. Hulk Hogan's pissed. Where your knee
Well,
pads, brothers? Uh,
who'd Hulk Hogan ever beat?
Not Terry Bollea, that's for sure. That Terry
So
Bollea
I
cock is
understand.
undefeated.
Well, no, that's Hulk Hogan's, not Terry Bollea's brother.
Oh, brother.
Get it right. He took the sunglasses off and handed it to his
Oh,
manager, who
oh,
I
oh.
understand is.
Now he's slobbing down his fucking wife.
He seemed reluctant to, though. But this is what I was gonna say. I understand that's his shoot wife.
I believe so. I don't actually. I wasn't sure until I was hearing about that earlier before we started. Uh, but yeah, I mean, if that's his shoot wife, then later on, like Raven will brainwash her and their child, and it'll be this huge storyline. And I think
Oh, buddy.
somebody gets crucified, and
Yeah, that's his shoot wife.
Kurt Angle gets pissed.
Well, who'd Kurt Angle ever beat?
Russia.
I mean, fair enough.
No retort.
Fair enough. No. I mean, I love
I want to
Kurt.
say he beat Russia in the finals. I can't fucking remember. I haven't.
Well, he won the gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
So I guess he beat all the countries.
So he beat everybody,
Yeah.
kinda. He's a goddamn Olympic hero. Um. Oh boy! So I pulled up the Sandman's wiki. Do you want to know what one of the names of people he was trained by is?
Sure.
You're you're never gonna guess this one. Larry Winters apparently is one of the people who trained the Sandman.
I know you can't see it, but the joy and elation on my face when you said that,
So
I can't even
yeah,
begin to describe to you how happy that makes me.
that's it. All ties together.
It all fucking ties together, man. It
Is
makes
he still?
sense.
Is Sandman still with his wife?
Oh God, probably not.
Um, was married. Okay, so probably not.
So maybe I haven't been paying enough attention, but they haven't really done much this match. that Sandman kissed his wife.
I mean, well, it is 1993.
We got a
I don't
nice
think we're
arm
quite
wrench going on
into
here by the goddamn
the
Kodiak
attitude.
Bear. Oh, but Sandman counters it. He's got that wrist lock, and he's applying tons of pressure with this wrist lock. Like a fucking schoolboy. But he's in the ropes, Sandman, you fucking nard. Is nard a word? Is that even, like, did I make that up just now? I feel
No,
like
people
you're
say that.
nards. I feel like that's like nuts.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Something like
he's a
that.
nard. Let's hear what the commentary has to say.
Right?
Now the Kodiak Bear is coming on top here. Starting to punish the Sandman. He's got him draped over that middle rope, putting some of that.
Yo, that rope choke was nuts.
Champion. Fires back with the left hand. Big right to the eye by the Kodiak Bear. Takes a hold to that. Something out of his eye. Bootlace to the eye. That's got to sting. He's got the champion reeling. I'll tell you what was I doing? Complaining about aggressiveness? Well, the Kodiak came on aggressive, didn't he? He's come out of his hibernation, we'll say.
He came out of his hibernation, we'll say. Ooh.
What a great
So
line.
Sandman doesn't change into the edgier
Sandman on top.
until 94. Oh my god. That was pretty
Oh, he's doing it again.
exciting. Is he doing it again?
I think he's doing it again. Oh,
He's gonna try for
whoa.
a springboard. Whoa.
What was that?
In 93? We can't
World
do
champion
that.
Sandman, and now he's got the goddamn Cobra Clutch on the Kodiak Bear. I think that's it. I think he's tapping. Referee doesn't know what
I
the
think
fuck.
he's fading. He's doing the arm thing, Bill. He choked out
Sandman, after
Miller.
some really interesting springboard maneuvers, comes out on top over the goddamn Kodiak Bear. And we still have 10 minutes left in this episode.
Well, that was the main event, apparently.
Yeah.
So, on my run sheet,
Yeah.
because, we have the hindsight of being in the future, there's 2 more matches listed. Also, they said that was the main event, and then the graphic popped up and said up next and advertised the next match. So, Eddie Gilbert and JT Smith in an ECW television title first round tournament is what we're seeing now. And I am confused. If that was the main event, what are we doing?
Maybe it was the advertised main event. Like, it was the only match that was advertised, so that makes it the advertised main event.
Possibly, yeah. Anyway, hot stuff. I've heard of him at least. A time or two. Don't know much about him, but there he is in his glory. With colorful long trunks. His manager here is not listed, so I don't know who this is. They sure do love their lady managers, though.
Yeah, that might have been Tigress. I'm not sure. But there's a woman named Tigress who appears a lot in early ECW. And maybe even further into it. I want to say she might even have like a storyline or two. JT, was it JT Smith? I didn't quite catch it.
Yes, JT Smith.
The black singlet here.
Oh, buddy, and we're in a chair.
Holy shit. I was going to say, he was kind of just stumbling on his own feet there for a second, but then he just ate shit on that steel chair shot. Big bump on the outside.
One of those,
what's that?
Is this one of those it's legal on the outside type things? Like no rules on the outside?
Wasn't Extreme Championship Wrestling yet. But they're also, this is kind of 90s, and they were just like, "Oh, we'll just do what we want." Yo, this kid in the green shirt was about to like come up on was this what is this? Hot Body? The
Hot stuff.
Hot
Eddie
Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Okay. See, I
Yep.
keep flip flopping those two dudes, even though they're totally not the same. But
And he's grabbed the bell. It looks like they're throwing trash.
heat, brother, heat is life.
Boy.
If you ask,
Oh, and the little kid throwing trash at him. Let's
yeah,
go.
yo, he's gonna get it.
That's tremendous. Yeah, he's gonna spack the shit out of that kid. Where's Double J with a guitar when you need him?
Excuse me, I was muted. Are you trying to hit this little kid with a guitar, brother?
I mean, that's what he do.
Has Jeff Jarrett ever hit a child with a guitar?
Not a child, but small people.
Yeah.
Yes. But not a child. I would imagine not. I'm sure that's where the line is.
Small people, elderly, who knows?
Would not put it past that dastardly Jeff Jarrett, though, to do something such.
Dastardly Jeff Jarrett.
Mm-hmm. Has he hit Aubrey Edwards with a guitar yet, or is that? Can we not do that because it's intergender and it's 2024?
I think intergender is more. I think intergender is more acceptable now than it ever was. I think that that is a misconception by the old people who think that you can't do anything anymore because of wokeness or something or whatever.
I mean, call me an old people then, I guess.
I'm not coming after you when I say that. I hear like JR on his podcast talk about how he doesn't think that would be acceptable, and I think it would be more acceptable now because it's more because wrestling as a form of entertainment as opposed to a sport is more acceptable now than it's ever been. Like,
I guess.
like we've known wrestling is what wrestling is for 100 years, but
yeah,
now more than ever, people are willing to watch it as a form of I already said entertainment, but like to willingly suspend their disbelief and watch it as it is. Like I've talked to my wife about this, and she doesn't even think that like they should be split up to begin with.
Kind of shouldn't, but I mean, just depends on who you are and what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that
cocaine on pay-per-view.
I don't think that doing a Hurricane Rana on a woman evokes domestic violence imagery. You know, if you have a male character who like takes a sip of whiskey, smashes it on the ground, and then like slaps the shit out of a woman, then yeah, that's gonna evoke domestic violence.
I guess.
But if you're fucking,
so would a guitar draped around her neck, would that?
Well, what I was gonna say was, I think didn't Karen hit her with the hey, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert? I think he had like the gimmick in his trousers.
Yeah, they interacted. Karen and
Eddie Gilbert goes to the next round. But anyway, I think Karen Jarrett hit Aubrey with a fucking guitar at some point. I think that's a thing that happened, and it was awesome.
That sounds about right. I was gonna say like she seems like she would be up for it, possibly. So
yeah, she said she never wants to wrestle again though.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, you do one good match, and then you're like, I'm good.
I did one. I'm gonna retire and go out on top like Michael Cole.
But yeah, as a summary to my point, I think intergender wrestling would be more accepted now than it ever had been.
We're in another match now.
We're already in another match. No entrances, no announcements. It was Tommy Cairo, I think, and then I didn't catch the other guy's name.
Super Ninja is what it says on the card.
Is he? Oh my god, that chop was really high. Yo, that chop was just his chin.
Yeah, he's just
Twice.
slapping the shit out of
Holy
Jaw.
shit! Yeah, I'd be done. Toss
And
him
Tommy
over.
just said,
Just fucking
"Screw
shoot on
you,
him.
buddy."
Oh man,
Potato forearms.
there we go. Oh, big toss! Holy shit,
Yeah,
Haas
he's
toss
like,
there.
"You can screw right off. Here's my finish. Go home. I'm tired of your shit."
I wanted to get this line in really fast before we move on from the intergender stuff. I heard
Yeah.
somebody mention one time, it might have been like Colt Cabana, or some. It was a long time indie guy, and they were just basically more or less said, you just work a intergender match like you do a big man little man match, which obviously would change depending on
I
if you're a
mean,
smaller male wrestler versus a larger woman wrestler, then that would be different. But I mean, in the case of like Candice LeRae wrestling Bobby Lashley, I don't think I'd do that match. But
no.
but in that, let's say we're doing that in
No.
2K or something, you'd work it like a big man little man match. You know?
Yeah, it would be a lot different than, say, Rhea Ripley and Akira Tozawa, which actually happened.
That actually happened, and it was awesome. And also Rhea Ripley suplexing Luke Gallows. I would have fucking paid to see that match on Raw next week.
Dude, that's They let her do
a lot.
Much, yeah.
Nia was in the Rumble a few years ago and got RKO'd in 619. It was good shit.
She did.
It might be my favorite thing Nia Jax ever did.
What do you?
Hey, let's hold on real fast. Let's hear what Tony. Let's hear what Terry Funk's here to say.
Terry Funk.
To have the living legend.
Well, now it's
Todd Gordon.
Haven, the ECW. I'd like to say this: it's either going to be Cairo, right, or Gilbert, right, or Snuka, right, or Osborne. Who you pick, Terry? Well, I don't know, but I'm sure not in favor of Gilbert in any way or form. You people tune back in again next week, and I'll tell you what, you're going to enjoy it because the finals will be here, and you'll be able to watch it right out here with a lot of action.
It's the show.
Holy shit!
A new champion. Don't miss it.
And apparently they're
Well, that's
credits
ECW. The credits are rolling direct. We got credits. I love the credits. I know we talked about this last week, but I want credits to roll.
There was like 5 names
on like every wrestling show.
Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed.
My autoplay is going on to the next one. I need to turn off autoplay probably in the settings or something. But anyways, that was episode 2 of ECW Hardcore TV. We're getting further into the TV Championship Tournament. What are you thinking so far?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for all of the stuff to go down because, yeah.
I think that it's
just
kind of fun.
Part.
I think it's kind of fun that we're pre-hardcore ECW. Like, we're basically watching a shitty old indie and making fun of it, and it's great.
Yeah, and then it'll become what it becomes, and we get to see that evolution happen. So,
let's see here. When does Sabu? I think you mentioned this before, but when does Sabu show up in ECW again? You had that pulled out before. When do we start getting like the quote unquote ECW hardcore stars? Like Sabu, I know will show up. We technically already have Sandman. He's probably the truest ECW star that we have. I mean Terry Funk, I guess.
I mean, well, yeah, but Terry Funk's kind of just
he's like a legend who helps ECW and isn't necessarily super tied to the brand. I feel like Terry Funk's kind of all over the place. Yeah.
Sabu comes in October '93, so not very far off.
No, yeah,
we're
September. No, September was the other show.
No, that was April. Yeah,
April.
Yeah.
So we got a little ways.
Okay, and then let's see if I can find any.
Tasmaniac, I think, will show up before that, which is Taz.
Taz. Oh, that's
I
right.
think
he was actual.
Yeah, he was gimmicked up. He was gimmicked up big time. So
I forget that he was called Tasmaniac.
Yeah. He had like a fucking. I want to say it was a wig, but it was just a shitty haircut. And
But
like he
you
had like
got heat with
fur
Taz.
on his singlet. Yeah, you can fucking suplex me then.
You would enjoy that though.
Oh, dude, he'd kill me, and I would be like, "I love you."
Yeah,
um,
but I
let's see here.
digress.
I digress.
Ooh.
Let's see here. What about when does Sandman become Sandman? You said in like 96?
I think that was like 94.
94?
I don't have the Sandman tab pulled up now, damn
That's
it.
okay. That's okay.
Legendary Flash.
No, yeah, I don't think we're too far off. For
94, yeah.
when was the fucking the night the line was crossed or something like that? Where like the franchise Shane Douglas he fucking wins the NWA title and throws it down. That's when it becomes Extreme Championship Wrestling.
The NWA title?
Yeah. He like wins the title from like Too Cold Scorpio or something at like a NWA show, and they were already like not getting along with the NWA, and then they were just like, "Fuck it,
The
we're gonna."
franchise and the birth of Extreme. Let's see. Debuted during August 93. Joins Hot Stuff International. I'm trying to read. Good lord, when does he become the champion? Um,
I mean, it might not count him as a champion because he immediately throws the belt down.
in a tournament, August 27 of 93. Is that right? That can't be right.
When did you
Oh
say
yeah, hair.
August 27?
August 27, but I don't know what year that is. If
That
it was
might be right.
93, 94.
Oh,
Hair versus hair match with Raven. When does he become?
well, I see here. This is making for great content, by the way.
Right. Just trying to like read. Triple Threat is in 95, so August 27th, 1994 NWA World Title Tournament. So I guess it's 94.
So we're
So
about a
like a
year
year
away
later.
from being extreme, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. And I forget that it's
Yeah. So
the franchise that does all
so
that.
it
Like
says
in
here
kayfabe.
on Google when I type in Shane Douglas wins the NWA Championship. It was Shane Douglas who, on August 27th, 1994, won a tournament to become the NWA Heavyweight Champion and then threw down the title and proclaimed the death of the National Wrestling Alliance and the birth of ECW World Heavyweight Championship. August 27th, 1994. Oh, yeah,
Damn.
we're a little bit off. A little about a year and change off. Um, but I digress. I believe that we have meandered on long enough here. Do you have
Yeah, probably.
any more thoughts you wanted to discuss?
Larry Winters is
Larry
the man,
Winters, the man.
and um, TV title tournament rolls on, and we're all out of time.
We're all out of time. Follow us on Twitter/X at 2markspod, hopefully, or 2marks. We'll know next week, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. You'll find us. And also, if you have questions, we will be submitting a question email here soon, and you'll be able to send them in to us. So please be thinking of those, and we'll see you next time. Peace.